Following on from the success that was the self-published title of Parker Brothers' most famous property, we got a Game Boy release of one of their less renowned games, the quick-fire word puzzle for 1 to 5 players, Boggle. The rulebook for this one is nowhere near as thick as Monopoly is, but even so you may not be as familiar with it, so I'll spell it out for you. Literally the worst wordplay in the whole book, but wordplay is the name of the game here. The physical game itself consists of a plastic cube tray with a 4x4 grid, into which 16 six-sided dice can slot into. These dice don't have numbers on, but letters. The tray has a plastic dome that sits over it, enabling a player to shake it up. The dice will then settle into the tray in a totally random way, and each player then has 3 minutes, as designated by a sand timer, to come up with words of at least 3 letters made with interconnecting letters. Words can be made horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, and can take any route around the grid, as long as all letters are touching sequentially and used only once. At the end of the 3 minutes, points are only awarded for a player if they have come up with a word spotted by nobody else. If more than one person finds a word, they're crossed off all players' lists and won't count. A unique 3 or 4 letter word gains you 1 point. 5 gives 2 points, 6 gives 3, 7 gives 5, and anything 8 letters or longer garners 11 points. You can play up to any score really, depending on how much time or patience you have, accumulating the points as the rounds go on. That's the basic idea there, although there are several other game modes in Boggle Plus. Big Boggle actually exists on the market as it happens. This is a variant of the game with basically the same rule set, although the grid has been increased to 5x5 and 3-letter words are no longer allowed. Anagram is a 1 or 2 player game, human only, where you get the same 3 minutes to decipher a mixed up collection of letters into an actual word. Categories is a kind of word search with various things related to a particular category, so it might say, find 3 items of clothing, and, well, that's the idea. Use All presents you with a 5x5 grid with letters that are eliminated as you make words. You still get 3 minutes and can re-roll the grid to generate new letters, with bigger bonuses given for more squares removed. These last 3 are really just bonus games. You'll be playing the 4x4 or 5x5 variants of the main game the most. These are the most entertaining to play as a single player. Like it was in Monopoly, you have a host of 8 CPU players to play against, a top 4 and bottom 4, and their respective skills seem well measured. Press A on a letter to highlight it, move to the next, and press it again. Press B to quickly rescind selected letters, and then when you've completed your word, press Select to add it to your list. This being a timed game, it's obviously vital that the controls are as simple and unhampering as possible, and it's spot on. Pressing Select both enters the word onto your list and also returns the cursor to the first letter of the word you just entered. This helps out surprisingly often, as you can have plurals, past tense words, all that sort of thing. Find hate, for example, and you could also find hates, hated, hat, and so on. You'll want to be able to rattle them off as speedily as you can, and this simple little detail lets you do just that. When the time's up, the computer will tally up the scores automatically for you by scanning through its dictionary, which is purported to contain more than 35,000 words. As with previous word games Super Scrabble, the dictionary is finite and somewhat anachronistic, not to mention American English, so you again have the option to accept any words it doesn't recognize. Just be honest. Or don't, whatever, I'm not your mother.